Beyond just trying to stay dry, driving in the rain presents a lot of different challenges. In fact, it decreases many things. It decreases your visibility. It decreases your car's ability to brake. It decreases your handling. And so, it should go without saying, driving in the rain should also decrease your car's speed. Rule number one when driving in the rain is definitely drive at a speed that is safe, which means a speed that is slower than you would normally drive. The next thing to do is to make sure that you turn on your lights, because other cars are more able to see you with your lights on. The second thing is, of course, to make sure that your windshield wipers and the blades on them are properly clean and functional. You don't want to find yourself stuck in the rain and realize that you can't clean your windshield. Follow those basic tips and you'll have a safe, if not altogether dry, driving experience. That's another getaway driving tip. From the looks of the exterior, it's easy to see that Nantong's museum is one of the most modern and beautiful in all of China. But with all its modernity and beauty, what the naked eye cannot see is that this is China's oldest and its most storied private museum.
The Nantong Museum may be China's first private museum, but these days it's decidedly high-tech. This interactive screen vividly depicts what life in Nantong would have been like centuries ago. The interactive screens are informative, but with a touch of comedy.
In an absolutely amazing number of ways, Nantong took its first steps into modernity before the rest of China. Steps that are in most ways attributable to just one man, a guy named Zhang Jian. Now, Zhang Jian became famous because he placed first in the imperial examinations administered by Empress Cixi. Now, he actually was 60th place, but because it was Cixi's 60th birthday, she moved him from 60th to first. And while he wasn't actually first in the examinations, he did begin a string of Chinese firsts right here in the city of Nantong. The first embroidery school for women, started by him. The first school of Western brass music, also begun by him. The first school for textiles, begun by him. And of course, the first private museum in all of China. All started by a man who was 60th and became first, and is certainly the first son of Nantong.
First established in 1905, the original structure that housed Nantong Museum still stands. Its creator, Zhang Jian, was a keen advocate of educating all the nation's youth. After his retirement from government work, he focused his efforts on the development of education in his hometown of Nantong. Within the museum, the record of Zhang Jian's fight to open schools for the working-class youth of Nantong is all faithfully recorded.
张姐她为什么要建造一个博物馆？
他一开始呢是上书清政府，希望清政府来造一个博物馆，也东渡日本去看了一些地方的博物馆。但因为清政府呢当时昏庸腐败，就没有同意他办这样一个博物馆。那他怀着满腔的热情回到南通，最终在南通办了这样一个博物馆，就是南通博物院。
是不是给你一个比较骄傲的感觉？
对，他真的是南通所有人的骄傲，因为他为南通带来非常非常多的第一个，比如说第一个博物馆。
对。
第一所通州师范学校等等。
China and beyond.
As a result of Jiang Jian's visionary work, Nantong grew to become a center of 20th century textile production. And the tie-dyeing of clothing began here nearly 2,000 years ago. It was stopped during the Song dynasty because it was considered a little too extravagant. But since 1970, textile production and tie-dyeing have been brought together. Mix the two and you've got a recipe for some fashion fun.
Nantong is the home of textile making in China. And so I decided, well, if I'm in the home of textiles, I should probably come and shop for some. And I saw this shirt and I kind of like it. And then I realized it's almost 200 renminbi, which is pretty pricey for a non-brand name shirt. So I want to find out what makes these shirts and the process of making them so special. Xiao Chen is going to help me figure it out. Xiao Chen, 我觉得这件衣服蛮好看，但是有一点贵。
它是纯手工制作的。
手工制作的。
对，手工制作的。
哦，怪不得。那能不能教教我怎么做？
好的。
我也要赚这个钱。
好的。那它现在就是说，把这个花型啊，可以把它拎起来，这样一直的这样扎下去，把它堆起来，整个一件衣服。从袖子这边开始，这样，你也可以自己动手。
I never knew dyeing a shirt was so difficult. 接下来是怎么做？
接下来就用线把它绕起来，绕起来，
绕起
给它扎紧了，把它形成一个。
太复杂了，我就看你好吧。所以你在做的时候，你不会知道就是到底就是会看出来怎么样。
对的，它只能靠那个平时的那种感觉，花型要均匀一点，还有它的松紧度也要均匀一点，不松不紧，然后它出来花型呢就比较均匀。
Every shirt is unique. 你还要多久？
好了，
好了，
给它绕上去打个结。
She's using enough string that I can see already why it's worth 200 renminbi. 真复杂啊！要花那么多时间做一件衣服。
给平时客人来的时候展示给他们看的，也可以让他们自己动手做。
It's like kindergarten. I used to do this in kindergarten. This is cool. You can come here and do it on your own. So 我做好了以后，我可以就是把这个就是拿走了。
对对。
好。
可以自己穿。
那自己穿。好，怎么做？
现在呢，我们就在水里加点颜色进去。可以的。然后给它搅匀，搅拌均匀。
好，然后我就放进去。
对，放进去。
有一点像就是做方便面。
方便面。
有一点像。It's like instant noodles, almost as easy.
就变成彩色的方便面
对。
了。
对。可是这个不能吃。
这只能穿欣赏的。
真的想做方便面。要放在水里多长时间？
大约半个小时吧。
做好了。
不错，不错。
谢谢你的夸奖。Actually, I know that it doesn't look as good as that one, but this cost me 30 kuai to do. And if you buy it off the rack, like this, it costs 200. My advice, come to Nantong and make your own t-shirt right here in the home of textiles. 小陈，谢谢你。